The greater plantain, plantago major, is a very common little herb, very discreet. You don't really notice it's there. It's also called the broadleaf plantain sometimes. And here's a ribwort plantain, the more spottable one, with these big leaves with these parallel veins and these sort of dark flower heads like that. But the greater plantain is called greater plantain because it has loads more medicinal uses. So the flowering stem looks like that, a bit more like the sea plantain, and the leaves are broader and they look like this, sort of like a much broader kind of shape. So together like this, and they grow in these little rosettes like that, and they're perennial, and you commonly get them growing in lawns because they like really short grass. But they also grow like on a footpath, like in a grassland where it's all really trampled down. They seem to really like growing in trampled places, and they don't mind being walked on. So generally you'd need to sort of wash them because they're always going to be trodden on. But here it's only me that's been treading on them, so that's okay. So there they are. Right, so I'm going to try a little bit of this plantain here, the flowering stem, because the flowering stem of the ribwort plantain is really, really grim, but let's see how this compares. Yeah, that's not nice. No, that's grim. Right, so try a bit of leaf and see what that's like. A little tiny bit maybe. Yeah, no, it's not nice. But you can cook them. You can eat them. They're edible, and you can cook them, and they're very good for you. They have all sorts of digestive issues. They're good for any kind of respiratory disorders. They're supposed to be good for rheumatism, inflammation, wounds. They're supposed to have antiseptic properties. So for various conditions, you can squish up the leaves and then apply them to whatever. You know, they have antibacterial qualities. They're good for fighting infection. They just have a huge list of cures. Yeah, but just very, very good, you know, for applying to cuts and scratches and wounds. They have this very sort of soothing feel. A very common, useful little herb, which you really find anywhere where there's short grass or a trampled path and lots of sunshine.